Well, the Democrats are in friendly fire as Jon Stewart calls out the DNC for their hypocrisy on Bill Clinton's sexual predator allegations. My name is Elijah Schaefer. You're watching Beyond the Headlines. This segment is sponsored by My Patriot Supply, providing emergency meal kits to American patriots at preparewithvnn.com. Let's start the show. Everybody wants to talk about the hush money from Donald Trump. Oh, he paid a porn star. Look, I don't know what happened, but it seems like Democrats only care about, misgivings between men and women when it's not their side. And now Jon Stewart's even calling it out. The Western Journal reports that Dem-friendly fire, Jon Stewart, suggests that Bill Clinton is a sexual predator, calls out DNC hypocrisy. Now, I may not be a fan of the Daily Show host, Jon Stewart, late night's liberal BS. But I'll give him this much in his second tenure hosting the program. He's gone from being a blind squirrel who occasionally found a nut to being a blind squirrel with a seeing-eyed chipmunk that occasionally helps him find a few extra nuts. Sure, his 15-plus minute rant about Joe Biden's mental state after the disastrous June 27th presidential debate was about a decade too late, but at least he wasn't covering for the then presumptive nominee the way the rest of the establishment media was. Well, Biden's now gone, both mentally and atop the Democratic ticket. He still cuts a hole in their air behind the Resolute desk in the Oval Office, but his decisions attributed to him are likely made by the bubble that protected him before the debate dumpster fire and are signed off on by the prez with a stroke of his crayon. Now, surprisingly, though, Stewart hasn't gone into full-on cheerleader mode for Kamala Harris, and the Democrats know. He's jumped on the Trump train overnight. Indeed, he'd probably even commit to Bellevue where he'd do that. But let's just say that his opinion of the Democratic National Convention of 2024 wasn't the love fest that you might have seen elsewhere in the media, especially when it came to the former president, William Jefferson Clinton. Goes on to say that Stewart's shot at the 42nd president came as he criticized one of the more edifying moments of cognitive dissonance at the political gathering in recent years, in which Senator Bernie Sanders spent a goodly part of his speech railing against billionaires and was then followed by Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, who bragged about he was a billionaire. That's kind of crazy. Listen to Jon Stewart talk about this directly. Watch.
They had a guy yelling, "Screw the billionaires," followed immediately by a very happy billionaire. It's all okay if it's our billionaire. I don't like billionaires, but he's all right. They had guys making fun of people for going to Yale, and a bunch of people who went to Yale. The Democrats had people who prosecuted sexual predators and there goes that booking.
Yeah, well, they're just saying, it's basically a party of hypocrisy. And it is kind of strange, right? You sort of, have this, you say one thing, but you do another. And I think it's not good if we underestimate the power of lying when it comes to politics. Obviously, we know the Democrats are a bunch of clowns. They're two-faced, but it works, right? This sort of devilish, deception can work on an average American. And I'm not saying all Americans are dumb, but, they've done a good work on us over the last few decades. And a lot of people, if you look around you, are kind of stupid, no matter what country you're in. Because, let's face it, our education system's failed us. Our food is making us sick. Our IQ points are going down, and social media hasn't helped. But it's not just Jon Stewart that realized the hypocrisy. RFK Jr. talked about how the DNC is the most evil organization. That's why he can't even fathom running in swing states, because he needs to make sure that at least Trump wins so we don't get these lying sons of, you know what I was going to say.
Instead of showing us her substance and character, the DNC and its media organs engineered a surge of popularity for Vice President Harris based upon, nothing. No policies, no interviews, no debates, only smoke and mirrors and balloons in a highly produced Chicago circus. There in Chicago, a string of Democratic speakers mentioned Donald Trump 147 times just on the first day. Oh, who needs a policy when you have Trump to hate? In contrast, at the RNC convention, President Biden was mentioned only twice.
Yeah, honestly, that's their entire platform. And look, these guys might actually get into power. So I want to remind you that, whether they're coming after our money, our children, you've got to be prepared with the emergency meal kits from My Patriot Supply. Guys, their 3-month mega emergency food kit comes jam-packed with 33 varieties of delicious and nutritious foods. Not only does that include creamy chicken flavored rice, old-fashioned Italian spaghetti, and savory cheesy broccoli soup, but you also get a bonus protein kit with diced beef, flavorful chicken chunks, and 3 varieties of beans, plus 9 different fruits, vegetables, and snacks. All in all, the emergency food kit provides a whopping 2,500 calories per day to keep you well-fed and ready for anything. The way I see it, it's my solemn duty as an American to protect my family without waiting on handouts. And that starts with food that you can depend on for 25 years. Go to preparewithvnn.com right now, preparewithvnn.com, and save $300 on your mega 3-month emergency food kit. It ships fast and free. Go to preparewithvnn.com to save $300 on your kit. That's preparewithvnn.com. Now, as I mentioned, it's not just them, but also Cuomo is having a change of heart. Listen to him realizing that, hey, maybe the corruption in the DNC is worse than I originally thought.
A big theme here at the DNC is that they're going to go after corporate gouging, and they're going to go after corporations, whether it's in taxes, largesse, loopholes. The RNC, we heard the same thing. They're going after the elites, the 2 sets of rules. Let me reveal a reality to you that has to be spoken to here, okay? These are the soldiers. These are the men and the women that go back to their constituencies and their communities, and they fight. They take time from their jobs. They take time from their families. Republicans and Democrats alike, that's what they do. They need to charge these people up. They need to be able to get them on board. But there's another reality that is literally looking down on them. Greg, look at the ring of sweets, okay? This is not unique to Democrats. There is a game of money. When people talk about uniparty, we are strangled by the money reality in our politics. Those suites start at 500 grand. You think there's like a teacher group up in there? You think it's like the Cub Scouts of Columbia County, South Carolina, that's up in those boxes? Some of them are lobbies and good things. The media boxes, you think they're free? Why do you think I'm on the floor? News Nation is not a broke company. Nexstar is a massive organization. We are corporate media. We don't have one of those boxes because that's the game. You pay to play. Those boxes are filled with the same people that they say they're going to regulate. They are literally looking down on the faithful and being told, yeah, we're going to break down on them. We're going to make them pay their share. They paid $500,000, $700,000, $1 million, $1.5 million to have those seats. They get hotel suites that are probably gifted to the party. And the same thing is true with the Republican side. And they're going to take them down. They're going to change how it is. They are looking down from on high.
He knows that. As long as the money and the corruption is there, the deception will never stop. Now, if you liked videos like this, don't forget to leave a comment and like the video. But also, if you want more of these videos and you want to fight censorship, fight the mainstream media, sign up for our newsletter at vigilantnews.com, or you can subscribe to our Rumble and our X accounts at Vigilant News. I'm Elijah Schaefer. Thank you for watching Beyond the Headlines. Have a great rest of the week, and may God bless the United States of America. I'm signing out.